Asking for a raise. Just saying those words makes your palms sweat and your heart race. It ranks right up there with public speaking and root canals on the list of things we hate doing. But here is the scary truth. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. Most people wait to be noticed. They think if they work hard, the boss will magically shower them with money. That is a fairy tale. In the real world, your salary is not a reward. It is a negotiation. Inflation is eating your paycheck. If you haven't gotten a raise in 2 years, you are actually earning less. I used to be terrified of this conversation. I made every mistake in the book. I complained, I begged, and naturally I got rejected. But then I learned that negotiation is just a game with specific rules. Today, I will teach you the 5-step blueprint to walk into that office and get the money you deserve.
Hi, I'm Bill. I spend way too much time studying personal finance, so you don't have to. Welcome to The Simple Sense, your guide to smart money. Subscribe to get smarter with your money. And hit like if you find this video helpful. This is educational content, not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing. Let's get into it.
You cannot just walk in and say, "I want more money." You are a lawyer in court, and the client is future you. You need evidence. I call this the brag sheet. Write down everything you achieved in the last 12 months. Did you save the company time? Did you bring in a new client? Did you solve a crisis? Be specific. Don't say, "I worked hard." Say, "I increased sales by 15%. Numbers speak louder than words. Your boss is busy. They genuinely forgot all the cool stuff you did 6 months ago. Remind them. If you can't list 3 reasons why you deserve a raise, you are not ready to ask for one yet. Go out and create some wins first, then come back. Leverage is everything. You need to prove that you are an asset, not an expense. Assets get upgrades, expenses get cut. Once you have your brag sheet, you have ammunition. Now, let's find out your price tag. Step 2. Market research. You wouldn't sell a car without checking its value online first. Why do you sell your labor blindly? You need to know what you are worth in the open market. Go to sites like Glassdoor, PayScale, or LinkedIn. Look up your job title in your city. If the average pay is $80K and you're making $60K, you have a massive advantage. Facts are hard to argue with. "I feel like I deserve more" is an opinion. "The market pays more" is a fact. Print these numbers out, bring them to the meeting. It shows you mean business, but be careful. If you find out you are already overpaid, maybe don't bring that chart. Knowledge is power. Knowing your number gives you the confidence to speak without shaking. You are not asking for a favor. You are asking for a market adjustment. There is a huge difference. Now that we have the evidence and the price, let's talk about the biggest trap beginners fall into. Step 3. Focus on value, not need. This is where 90% of people fail. Do not go in there saying, "My rent went up," or "I need a new car," or "I have a baby coming." It sounds harsh, but your boss is running a business, not a charity. They don't care about your expenses. They care about their problems, their profit, their stress, their goals. Frame your raise as a solution to their problems. Instead of, "I need more money," say, "I can take this project off your plate so you can focus on strategy." You are selling a premium service. You are the product. Explain why the product is worth the higher price. When you talk about their profit, you are speaking their language. It shifts the dynamic from begging to trading. Now, let's get to the scary part, the meeting itself. What exactly do you say? Step 4, the ask. Schedule a specific meeting. Don't ambush your boss by the coffee machine. Subject line, career review or performance update. Keep it professional. Start with the positives. "I love working here." Then, present your brag sheet. Then, drop the number. And here's the trick. Use anchoring. The first number spoken sets the tone. If you want 80K, ask for 85K or 90K. This gives you room to negotiate down and still win. If you start at your bottom line, you lose. Say this, "Based on my market research and my performance, I'm looking for a salary of $90,000. Then, shut up. This is the golden silence. Don't apologize. Don't fill the silence. Let the number hang in the air. The person who speaks first loses. Wait for their reaction. Be comfortable with the awkwardness. Step 5. Handling objections. They might say, "We don't have the budget right now." Don't panic. No is usually just not right now. Ask, "I understand. When will the budget be reviewed again? Can we revisit this in 3 months?" Get a timeline. Get specific goals. If I hit X and Y by December, can we agree on this raise? If they absolutely can't give money, ask for other things. More vacation, remote work. Sometimes a 4-day work week is worth more than a 5% raise. Be creative. But what if the answer is a hard no, and there is no future path? Then you have your answer. You have outgrown this pot. It's time to be replanted. The biggest raises usually come from switching jobs. The loyalty tax is real. Knowing you can leave gives you the ultimate power in negotiation. You are not trapped. Negotiating your salary is uncomfortable for 10 minutes, but it pays you for years. A $5,000 raise invested over 30 years is worth over $500,000. Don't leave that money on the table because you were too shy to ask. Be prepared. Know your value. Ask confidently. Worst case, they say no. Best case, you change your life. I want you to try this. Even if you don't get the money, you get the respect. If you're planning to ask for a raise, drop a comment. I'll wish you luck. And if you want to know what to do with that extra money, watch this video on investing. Don't let inflation win. Go get what is yours. Like, subscribe, and share this with a coworker who is underpaid. I'm Bill. Keep it simple and get paid.